Now in this video, let's discuss how you can build your own applications. So here is one application. More likely than not, you would like to create your own application. Suppose if you're building a application that to do, for example, computer vision. So you may want to create your own application, HTML files and services, so you can show your application here. In order to do that, there are two ways of doing it. Either you can go to your project folder here, you can take this app1 and make a copy of it and drop it in there, or what you can do is if you go to templates directory, apps directory, you will see a apps template. You right click, copy, close, and then paste it here. For some reason Visual Code always paste it in your apps directory right there. You take that and then move it to your outside here. It'll ask you, do you want to really move that, and say yes. So once if you make a copy of that, here is a copy. I would rename this into a name of your choice. I'm going to use app2. One app2, you see notebooks directory. Don't worry about this. You will create your own notebooks for whatever that you want to build. And static is any CSS, image files, and JSS. If you have something specific to your application, you would put it here. And if you have that, you need to create a link in the static directory here. We'll talk about that later. But then you have template files. In the template files, it's template/app template. You may want to rename that app template into app2 so that you can refer to it. That's your index.html. So here is something that you'll go change that app template into app2, and then menu is something that you might change later on. Don't worry about it right now. In it, nothing to be changed there. In it is any files that you put here will be automatically loaded when your application starts. apps.py, you would go and change this name to app2, and then save all the files as you're making this change. When you build an application, it's not only HTML files, you will also be building some services. This LearnDjango framework will help you to build services a lot more easily by building Python functions, and you can tag this as web API with the destination route. That becomes a web service. More about that later. urls.py, change this to app2, and provide any URLs that you would like to change. This is another way of creating the endpoint web services. And then views.py is, you may want to say something like apps2. And then once if you do that, you can close all the files here, and in your directory just restart the application. When you restart the application, you will see this app1. There is another application that comes up here, right? We'll see how it works. So restart the application. So we have it automatically detected there was a new application, and then if you reload this, you will see app1 and app2. If you click app2, it'll take you to your file where you can make customization. So your app2 is ready with your own index file. There are a couple things that you can start doing. For example, you can take this and start editing this file. Whatever the HTML file, this is my road network application, and you can put your name and such. Once if you do that, you come here and then this changes directly. So I'm not yet showing you how to build dynamic web applications. These are plain HTML files. So, and if you want to use the security, as I said, that you can create a secure folder right here. Let's do that. New folder, secure, and then under that you create a new folder called app2, and then we'll create a new file called test.html. And for now, let's just say that this is a test, and then see how it works. So in your menu.html, you can say href is /app2 /app2 /secure /app2 /test.html, and then it's all getting loaded automatically. So this is, I will say, test. So the test comes up, you click on that. Let's see, I made a mistake right there. It should be test.html. Okay, I need to reload this page. Okay, this is the test. So now when I log out of my system, and then if I try to go to app2 and click on that, it'll automatically ask me to sign in because it's under secured folder. Apps2 by default takes your HTML file and then displays it. So that's about how you can build new applications, add HTML files. In the next video, we will talk about how to create a new service and use it in your HTML applications. Well, let me just show you here in your app2, because you have a init.py that actually loads your service. I don't know if it's loaded your service.py, maybe not. If you want to see all the services that are loaded in your project, you can use this shortcut here that shows you all the services that are available that you can use. So right now you have app1 services up and running. So I will show you in the next video how to create new services for app2 and how to use it in HTML file. And that should be a good wrap for creating your own applications. And one final thought is, this is a quick way of building applications. There may be a lot of security holes here, but for the purposes of proof of concept, this will just work fine. Another thing is, instead of creating this app2 right in this folder, you can create your app2 on your own GitHub repository, and you can check it out and create a link. So for example, you may have a repository, you can check it out someplace, maybe under here you can have an app2 that you will maintain your own repository, and then you can create a link to something like that here. So right now the file exists, but if it's not there, it would be here and your application still be working in this framework, and you can maintain and manage your own GitHub repository without having to fork this Git repo. So that's about it for now. We'll see how to build services in the next video and use it in your HTML files. That should be a good wrap.